Hey, it's Patty here, and I thought I would jump in today due to the new Texas texting laws, how to set up a couple of workflows to help you deal with maybe not texting to people that live in Texas. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is come into automations, and we're going to head over to create a workflow. Now I've already done this, so I'm actually going to just pull the one up that I've done, but you would go there to create a workflow. So the first one I've got set up is enabling DND, which is enabling do not disturb basically for SMS only. This is real simple. So I'm not going to start from scratch because it's really easy. So I'm basically coming in, I am going to add a tag so that I can remind myself that I turned off texting for them and that they didn't do it, that I did it. So I added a tag that's called Texas phone number DND'd by me. Put whatever you want. I'm just put something here that's going to work for you so you know what it is. And then here, what you're going to do is I'll just start here to start from scratch. You can see I just went here and I typed in DND. And then I'm enabling the DND. I'm going to enable DND. So I basically went here. I clicked on the different channels, and I want to pick the specific channel. So that's what you're going to pick here. And then you're going to pick the channel from here, which is going to be SMS. I don't know if WhatsApp, we don't have WhatsApp we're not using WhatsApp in my world. So WhatsApp might come into play here too. I really don't know. I don't live in Texas, by the way. I live in Arizona, but because we market all over the place, I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to shut it off. Our workflows will still send out the emails, but it just won't text them. So anyway, once I've created that, I'm just going to save it, right? And so now, how am I going to track the people? Who am I going to send this to, right? So I actually wrote let me back out here. I actually wrote a blog post for my people, and I added, and I can put a link to this post if you want to read it, but I added a whole list of the apparently 27 different area codes. Now, here's what I know. It's like we don't collect state information from people. I don't collect address information. So what we do know is that whether they live in Texas or have a Texas phone number, either way, you want to play it safe. So the problem is you're not going to catch everyone probably with this because some people might be living in Texas and you don't have an address, but they're still using their old phone number from Phoenix. So you're not going to know. If you think you're running a risk, maybe you just shut Texas or you shut your texting off altogether. I don't know what the answer is for that, but we'll just play it safe, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start searching these out, and once I get them done, you could actually set up you could probably set up a workflow that has all this set up in it ahead of time, but I'm just going to run a search in my account for these folks. So I'm going to go back out to my contacts. I'm going to do it one by one for right now just to show you, but, well, actually, I think I can actually put them all in here. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go to my contacts, and then I'm going to go to filters, and I'm going to type in phone up here at the top, and I'm going to go here, and I go phone is. And if you read right here, it says plus ZZZ if there's an international prefix for your search. So what I did was I actually went 1214, which is the area code. And that seemed to pull it up. So if I hit that, it pulled everybody up with the 214 area code. And I might also say or, and do it again, and put in all the zip codes. Or I'm sorry, put in all the area codes. So I don't know how many we can put in, but let's see my article, where to go. 210. 210, let's do it again. Plus 1210. I don't know if I'm going to pull any more up, but we'll find out. I think 214 was the big area. So apply. Anybody in here with 210? Doesn't look like it. Or we're just going to keep going, and we could put them all in, I suppose. So let me do that. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and put in 27 of these. I put all 27 in, and all I did was I just kept going down and going or. So what you want to do while you're in the middle of this, if you're going to create it yourself, is make sure that you save it, like maybe after the first 2 or 3 that you've added, and then just save every now and then. Because if you accidentally mess up after you're doing this, then you're going to have to start all over, and that's going to suck real bad. So if you save it once, and then you can come back in and just keep saving it, so you don't run the risk of clicking the bad, like I would. Click something, screw it up, and then I got to go back and keep doing it and start over. So that would stink. But anyway, so I went ahead and done that. And then because I did save it, I now have it saved as a, one of my smart lists so that I can, have it and I can check it all the time. Now, one of the other things you might want to consider doing is if you don't want new people getting it, any of your new workflows when new leads are coming in, you're going to probably want to try to figure out a way to make sure that if they're from Texas, that they don't get any texting from you. I'd have to, excuse me, I have to go in and figure out how to do that in the workflows. I'm sure I can do that in there too, so that the new ones that come in won't get, marketing text from you. So that's a whole nother project. But this one is for your existing database if you want to, not mess with it and not worry about people that are in your existing database. What I understand is once they agree and they're maybe a client of yours, it's okay. But if it's marketing and promotion material, there are exemptions and things as well. So be aware of that. But that should at least get you started on this. The other thing you could do if you are, and I don't collect addresses in mine, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt, I guess, if I add one more filter to this. And go or, let me see if I can put in state is Texas. I mean, I guess it depends on how you have it in your system. You might want to type in Texas like that and do it again. And do TX. I might do that just to play it safe because I guess it depends on how the info is coming into your account. So let's play that safe and put in TX. The other thing, matches entries based on exact whole word or phrase. So here's the other part. If it's capital TX, all capital text, TX, that's one thing I have found is that if it's not identical, it may not find it. So you might want to add every version of Texas in here that you might have happen. Why not? What the heck? And again, I don't collect addresses, so I'm not overly worried, but if you're doing something like this, and if you live and work in the state of Texas, especially if you're in the real estate game, you just better go and get all the requirements, because I think you're going to want to have this. So I guess there's a just read, you can read my article that I have here. I'll put it in the notes. But you're going to make sure that you follow all of the rules and requirements and post the bond and all that fun stuff. Oh boy, I'm glad I don't live there. But as it is, I market all over the country, all over the world, really. And so I just don't want to risk this, to be honest with you. So it's not worth it to me to go through all this. Anyway, now that I'm mumbling, I don't know what I was doing. I'm actually going to put in all caps Texas here now, too. Let me go back. TX. Let me do a capital T and a small x, and I think I might have everything covered. Or let's just play it safe. State is all caps Tex. I suppose it could be small TX too if somebody puts that in there. So let's add that. Seems to be taking them all. So, or state is TX. I just don't trust it. So I'm just putting everything in. It sure the hell isn't going to hurt since I'm working on it. Hit save it. All right, now, so yeah, you can see all the way down here. I had a lot more in my account than I thought I was going to have, honestly, from Texas. I have 44 people, and I only have less than 1,000 leads in here. So That's interesting. So and this isn't even my real estate account. So yeah, so what was interesting about that too is that before I put those states in there, which I had 39. So apparently I have 5 people in here that actually did give me their address for some reason. I don't know why, honestly, but I don't care. So, all right, cool. So, now how do we turn this on? Well, I have that workflow already set up, right? So I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to click this so that all 44, select all 44. And then I'm going to turn the workflow on for all of those people. Now, I know that I'm working with a few of these people, so I may not want the people that I'm actually working with. I think I'm safe. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm safe. So I'm probably going to come down and unclick those folks and make sure that they aren't on this. So that might be just something to be aware of. Oh, this is new. Look at that. That's cool. That's new on there. There's always new stuff going on in here. So anyway, I'm gonna select them all, and I probably will come back and turn this off for people that I know that I'm working with. But in the meantime, how we turn it on is we'll go back up here to add the automation and make sure that you have published it or it won't show up here in this list. So I'm going to say opting out of text. That's opting DND text. Gosh, fat friggin' fingers. DND texting workflow. That's just for me. And then I'm automation types and workflow. Select the workflow, and I'll just go and type up DND disable or enable. There's only 44. I'm just gonna. This is only for me, so I don't need to put this in drip mode. This is only for me, so I'm gonna add all these people to automation. But again, because I am working with folks, I'm going to go make sure that I've taken that off for everybody else that I am working with. So anyway, that's just going to add everybody so they don't get any text from me at all. They're still going to get my emails, hopefully. Okay, so there was another workflow that I want to do, which that is within the workflows themselves. That you can actually set the timing on it for if you wanted to set the timing. If you wanted to continue sending text to people, maybe you do live there and you want to keep texting people in Texas, and you've jumped through all the hoops to legally do this, then you can go into workflows and actually set the timing on the texts that go out. So I'll just show you really quickly. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure that once I set it up one time at the beginning, that it will pick up on all of them. I'm just not 100% sure, but I'm going to go ahead and just mess with this right now, and see if I can find, let's see, I have let's see. Yeah, the part I'm not 100% sure of, and is something I need to do research on, and maybe somebody here watching this will know the answer. If you do, please comment, because I'd love to know the answer to this. But you can see here that I actually have a workflow that is got a wait on it right here already, and I actually don't have any text going out. Do I have a text going out in that? Yeah, I do have a text going out in it here. So I could put a wait right. So there's a wait right here. What I was thinking of doing was not sending any text until after, 10 o'clock in the morning anyway. So if I go here, wait 1 day on this first wait, I can go to the advanced window and I'll click both Saturday and Sunday on, because now this is taking over for everything. It's my understanding that once a lead comes into the system, let's say it comes in at 10:30, that it's going to always send at 10:30 in the morning every 24 hours. That's my understanding. Now, again, I need to probably do more research on this part, but in every CRM, and I've trained in CRMs for the last 20 years, all different kinds, most of them operate like that. And so if you don't set this up, and manually come in here and do what I'm going to do now, it's going to do that. Now, what I wanted to do is reset to start sending at the same time every day. It's a challenge because you don't want to set it instantly at the very beginning of your workflow, because you want them to get what they signed up for the minute they signed up. And if they're like me, they might have signed up at 3 in the morning and they want the info right away. So they go to their email and get it. In this case, I'm going to just you know, I could just say, don't send anything out text-wise until the morning, which is fine. I think I'd be all right with that as long as the email is going out and it doesn't end up in spam or promotions. We know how that goes. But anyway, so what I'm doing now though is I'm going to just set this at the very beginning. Let me back up. Let me cancel. So you'll notice that the very first, let's see, this is a wait. Because of the way this, I know what this workflow does. This workflow isn't really going to do much because it's actually kicking on after something else that's being sent out. I have what I call a freebie workflow for all of my free stuff that I send out. Like I've got all kinds of lead magnets. I'll send everyone over to this, but I'll have a separate workflow that's just for that lead magnet. It's real short to deliver it. But then I will send them in. As part of that workflow for that lead magnet, I add this step to start this workflow. So that's what this one's about. Now, again, I'll probably do this differently in the workflow that's set up for the lead magnet itself. What I like about doing this, just as a side note, is that if I ever want to change, I don't have to go into every single one of those workflows and change them all. I just have this one that is the freebie workflow. That's a year long of content that goes out. And then I can just, you know, make sure that I edit this one whenever I have edits that I want to make, and I don't have to go in and edit 17 different lead magnet workflows. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's me being lazy, but the truth is it makes a lot of sense. So right here, what I could do is just set the delay to start right now so that it will always be this way in here. So I'm going to click on this. I already delayed it one day because this is coming in from another workflow, remember? So I'm going to go ahead and set this here, and I'm not going to let them get anything until 9. I have it ending at 5 anyway here. I don't have a problem with that. I might go a little later. But just keep in mind, if a lead does come in the middle of the evening or whatever, I mean, how late do you want to go? In Texas, it's 9 o'clock, and that's the other part, is that depending on where you're at and where they're at, could make a difference. So I'm going to leave it at 5 because, well, it's such a mess where I live. The time never changes here. But I'm just going to say they're not going to get any text from me after 5, just to play it safe, because I really don't. It's just a marketing campaign thing anyway. So now I've set that, and I'm going to be safe. I might even say only between, I might put a note here for myself, 9 and 5 p.m. You know, 9 a.m. and 5, just so I know, because I like to look and see what I've been doing to myself, because I keep forgetting. Anyway, so I've done that. So now I'm going to probably be protected for the time frame. But right now, because I'm going to try to figure out how to create a workflow that will prevent anybody in Texas from getting any text from me at all. I mean, frankly, hate to do it, but I'm probably going to, because it's just not worth it to me to get fined and all that stuff, and we're all at risk. So there's that. I'm going to create the workflows for all of this stuff too, and try to share those workflows with my people, all my sub accounts, so they can have them and they don't have to rebuild them. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Good luck to you. If you guys need any help at all, reach out. I coach and train real estate, really anybody in any small businesses, but got a huge focus on real estate and the food industry. So if you're at all interested and want to learn, reach out. I do coaching and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, you can reach me right here. See ya. Bye.